What's up, Dragon Brood? I know you like dragons, and that's what we're doing today, but it's not Rakdos Dragons, it's not Grixis Dragons, it's not even Boros Dragons, which I think I have that list coming in a few days. We're actually playing Tiamat Dragons. I don't even know if that's a thing, but it's Tiamat and a bunch of dragons, so it's a thing now. And I know everybody's been asking, like, do you have a deck for Tiamat? Do you have a deck for Tiamat? Like, here's my thing, though. I will say this. I think in a lot of ways, Tiamat is a, like, try to seal up the game sort of card, right? Like, you get your big threat later, and then you're able to back it up with 5 more big threats. And that's usually going to close the game. It's not that... I think you can build decks without Tiamat that are also playing dragons that I think will be fine. I think basically the Rakdos deck we played is largely a dragon deck, and that makes a lot of sense. But it's very possible that our plan here is just buy time, make opponent make opponent deal with a couple of threats, follow up with Tiamat, then get the job done. I think that's what we're aiming for. So this is a good one. This is one that's been requested. People have wanted a Tiamat deck. So man, oh man, let's get to it. Now, let me say that for the most part, like I said, this is going to have some similarities to other decks where you're talking about Izzet Dragons, whether you're talking about Prismari Dragons, however you want to call it, you know, the Rakdos Dragons, Grixis Dragons, whatever. They're all going to have some relation to this deck. However, we are going all in and giving ourselves an opportunity to cast Tiamat because we have lots of ways to make the mana to do so. So, starting at the top, we have Forsworn Paladin, and more often than not, when we play this, we're going to be playing it just to generate treasure. Like, if we don't have to block with it, we don't have to attack with it, then our plan is just use it to ramp. So, hopefully come turn 4, maybe we're playing something, turn 5, turn 6, we're able to start dropping our big stuff, and just really go for it. So, going to try to take advantage of that. We have 2 Deadly Disputes. This is the card, if there's anything in the list that I wanted more of, it's this, but I don't really know where to fit it. So if you can find spots for 2 of these, it's probably a good idea. Playing Dragon's Fire because we're playing dragons, so why not be able to do a lot of damage to stuff. Orb of Dragonkind. This one's pretty cool. I don't know if 4 ends up being the right number here. We'll see. It is pretty good if you're trying to just get out those dragons early, and it's kind of misleading because you read it as adding 2 mana, but really you're just adding 1 mana because you're spending 1 into it and then you're getting another 2 out. But either way, it still is a ramp spell, and if your hand's empty late game, you can just search the top of your library and try to get a dragon for 1 mana, which is really nice. Kalain, this card is showing up in so many lists, and I think was a card that was definitely underappreciated in preview season. I don't know if anybody even really talked about this card. But the fact that you get a 1/2 for 2 isn't the best thing. But the fact that it's generating a treasure that helps ramp you up is a bonus. And then, if you're playing it in a deck like this with a bunch of other treasure, well then all your stuff could potentially be 2, 3, 4 larger whenever you cast it. Playing Skullport Merchant. Now this is one that people wanted me to shove into other lists, which in hindsight, I have to admit, the card is actually still pretty solid. I don't know if it fits every list that plays treasure, but it's not a bad card, especially in here. So I'm about it, and it's a 1/4, which does block a fair amount of stuff. Then we have 1 Ebon Death Draco Lich, mostly because we don't have a ton of creatures that we want going to the graveyard, and we are mana heavy, so there's not going to be a lot of times that we've cast something and still have mana open to play Ebon Death. So we're just playing 1 because we can go get it with Tiamat, and we do need to have a diversification of dragons because you got to be able to go get 5. Playing 2 Galazeth Prismari. Obviously, this fits in here. You know, we can pretty easily make the blue with no problem. It generates another treasure. Now, admittedly, we can only use the treasure from this with Galazeth's ability to make, or to cast instants and sorceries, which we don't have a ton of. But we can use that treasure to sacrifice to other things, and that's just fine anyway. Emberstern Predator. I almost put 4 of these in here because this card is very good. Not much to complain about here on this front. The card's just great. And then we have 4 Goldspan Dragons because, well, you're making treasure. And it's a dragon, so it hits on both ends. 1 Adult Gold Dragon. I do like this too, just for some late game life gain if we need it. Especially if you can put it into play as like a 5 or a 6 power and really get that life back. 1 Inferno of the Star Mounts. And our star of the show for the day, we're playing 4 Tiamat, one of the big D&D legendary dragon gods. The only thing I would say about this list is I kind of want an Orcus. I know Orcus isn't a dragon, but I feel like late game, because we can generate so much mana sometimes, I would like to have that as a possible out, or maybe even just to like get back 2 or 3 creatures late and have that help be a finish. So I don't know, something to think about. As far as our lands, we're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pathways. Pretty much all the pathways that make black and make red. And then 4 Temple of the Dragon. I also want to say, I saw a list this morning as I was going to edit this, that Jeff Hoogland played one that was kind of similar. His numbers were a bit different, but I think all the card choices were the same. So I don't know if my list is good or bad by comparison. His might be better. I don't know. So if you want another perspective, check out Jeff Hoogland here on YouTube. He's a very similar deck, but I don't know, maybe the way he plays it, or plus or minus some cards, could give you a little bit of different perspective. Also, don't forget that we're going to have some updates for this at the end of the video. So if you're curious about other changes we could make, things we could do to it after we play our games, check the end of the video. Also, there's a card spotlight, which will hopefully make you smarter, inform you on some Magic stuff, and maybe even help you make a little bit of money. Okay. This is a keeper, I think. I mean, we got red, blue, and whatever other color we need. All right, let's keep it. We can make this black, so why not? Reveal this duder. Call black. Play this. I mean, this is a quirky land in the sense that you have to choose a color, but other than that, it seems mostly fine. This is black, blue, red, black. Guess we'll put this one on red. And then we're just going to pass. I think our best play here is just make treasure. I mean, because next turn, then we can Galazeth if we want. Or we could save the mana. Make a gold dragon the following turn. Actually, this is a good draw, too. I think, though, here, we're just going to go ahead and make Galazeth. Because it just replaces the treasure. We'll attack since we have Menace. Alright. So that's not a bad start. It's not a bad start. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Gosh dang it. It's going to take my Emma Sturm Predator. That's right, they should. I mean, I guess we're only a turn away from casting it if I play the Kalane, but still, fact of the matter. See, now I don't know if I want Kalane or if I want the Gold Dragon here. Gold Dragon just gets blocked. Well, actually, I think we want Kalane here. I think that's the plan. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. They did not block. Interesting. Okay, we'll end the turn. Is something bad about to happen to us here that I don't know about? I feel like the answer is yes. Oh, we just got a subscriber. Thank you so much. Oh. Well, that's a thing. Okay. Not gonna lie, didn't see that coming. The Angel has double strike, so that's annoying. Man, this is where I do want a Tiamat. Just something big here. Alright, so we'll tap for colorless. I mean, it's a color, but we don't really need it. No, I didn't. I meant to. Dang it. I was talking and thinking at the same time. That sometimes doesn't work out too well. I guess to be fair, though, it does let me add 1 mana there, so I'm just going to lose. I did that all wrong. Oh, well. No point in attacking, since it'll just get double stricken by the angel. Teleportation portal. Okay, that's going to be annoying. I mean, I guess it just takes the adult gold dragon, but we can cast that next turn anyway. Only thing is, we do have to be concerned that the opponent gets to their, what is it, 35 life? Yeah. So that is a real thing we have to be aware of. So we can play the dragon here. Actually, you know what? It's worth going ahead and doing this anyway, because we can actually use the Forsworn Paladin's ability to give one of these Death Touch. So I'm kind of into it, actually. And we can reload treasure with this, or we can just make treasure with that. Like, I'll probably just play the dragon because. And I will make sure I get the right color. Actually, do I not have enough? It's 7, right? Oh, because I did it manually, it's making me do all the rest manually. Sure. What am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, only to cast incense and sorceries. Oh, I didn't realize that about Galazeth. That's weird. Now it's just, do I want to play Kalain to make an extra treasure? I think I do. That would still leave black open. Yeah, that was a bad attack, really, because now I'm just opening myself up to that to take more damage. Okay, though. I think I still want to. I'm going to take full control off here. Let's keep the new one. Doesn't really matter. Alright. So opponent's life total is going to go back up here, unfortunately. But we could still have enough to potentially kill them next turn. And to be fair, I could have sacked the treasure to play the gold dragon, but I wanted to leave up the ability to make treasure here because this can come in with haste. And actually do a lot more damage for us. Because of the Kalain. Not going to quite be able to kill the opponent. It's going to be close, though. Oh, but the teleportation circle one of them back. I forgot about that. That's not good. Yep. Okay. Actually, that's not bad. I mean, give us a 4/4 back that we could fight with, so sure. Yeah, that's not even the threat here. That's the least of the concerns. And they're giving us life to spend on those, so that's cool. That's also nice. So, nah, we're going to be one short. Actually, no, we're not one short. We can do this. Pay with the treasure. Do we want to play all 3? I think we do. This is actually a little bit tougher than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, let's pay. Because we can, if we do that, we can just kill the Angel of Destiny. So yeah, let's do it. Attack, attack. I think that's it, sadly. I want to attack with more, but I think that's all we can do right now. And I think I want to use this on the Angel of Destiny. I just don't know if I want to use it now. Like, what happens if they untap? Do we want to do something with the teleportation thingy? I'll I'm going to gamble. I don't think they have a way to protect their angel here. If they do, we'll just get got. You know, I'm willing to accept that. Like, it's all good. Nadar, sure. That just means we're not attacking on the ground. The opponent might attack. I don't know if they'll attack with their... They probably won't attack with their angel here. Maybe, though. Who knows? Okay. Choose a dragon I control. Most definitely. We will target that. And we will choose this. You can't get rid of my gold dragon. And we'll now be able to make a treasure and then give it an extra 2. So that doesn't quite get there. Close, but it doesn't get there on its own. If they use Skyclave Apparition, they do give us back a 4/4. But that in and of itself doesn't do anything. Oh, that's sad. They left that on top. That's not good for us. We need to draw something good here. Let's draw a dragon. Let's draw... Not that. I was thinking if we could draw like a gold span dragon, that would have been awesome. But no such luck, actually. So here, what I think we have to do... Because we're at 22. We're about to gain a lot of life off of our gold dragon. So what I'm thinking is, if we attack with both of these, I could make treasure, then sack the treasure to give something first strike. I mean, not first strike, but death touch. So we don't really lose anything comparatively, so we just do it. As I'm pretty sure we're going to lose our gold dragon next turn, because I don't know what else they would have left on top if it wasn't that. Okay, they're just blocking there. So we can make treasure and deal 9. Don't know if that's enough. I'd rather save it on defense to keep Trelicera from attacking us or something. So that's fine. They might just have another Nadar anyway, truthfully. Yep, there it is. So that also means they don't have much else to play here. Yeah, because it's Cave of the Frost. Or, yeah. So I'm not really sure what they're going to do here. I mean, they could still block with the Spellbinder. Yeah, can't attack for a turn, sure. And if we get a Goldspan Dragon, we could still end up getting in for lethal if they attack with their Spellbinder. They're not biting, though. Looks like we're just going to be bouncing Nadar again. Yeah, I can't imagine anything else. My hand's empty, so you don't want to bounce the Spellbinder. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, the opponent's deck's kind of neat. It's just kind of slow and grindy. I mean, and had we drawn even, like I said, another dragon the last couple turns or whatever, would have already been kind of bad for them. They left those both on top, though, so I'm going to assume they're pretty good. Let's make a treasure. There we go. That's what we were looking for. Do we want to sack this treasure, though, to play our Goldspan Dragon? If we do that, it's 5 automatically. Then we make a treasure. Makes it 6. And then we can sack a treasure to pay for that. So yeah, it'd be lethal either way. Pay with the treasure. This is all we've been waiting for. Oh, I actually can't attack with the other dragon. I forgot. It's on suspension. I mean, yeah, you gotta block, right? Sure. Let's go ahead and activate this. Give this Death Touch. I'm sure they have another one on top of their library or in their hand. But you know what? We got to kill it anyway. And we can still generate a treasure. So, good turn all around there. Yep, there's the other Trellis there. Not a surprise. I mean, they're getting the Scry to their heart's content. The Scry doesn't really matter because they left another card on top of their library, which they're going to leave there anyway. Spellbinder does block, but that's not going to be enough for the opponents, as we have 2 attackers that will be able to be 9 damage plus, no matter how they look at it. We have a dragon that can block nearly anything and gain us a bunch of life, so it should be GG's. Sure. I mean, I guess giving me a 4/4 is fine, because Trellisera can block it. Alright, make a treasure. I mean, that does keep it from being lethal for a turn, so I mean, as silly as that seems, it's actually a real play by the opponent, so we'll do what we can do. I think we still just attack with these, though. In the turn. And they got to deal with 2 things here. Spellbinder deals with 1 thing. Scry on top doesn't do anything. You attack, we chump block. That doesn't do anything for them. I think that's going to do it. Yeah, I mean, you can take Kalain and give me a 1/1 back. So, I mean, that's an upgrade at least. They go to 7. Actually, that's not true. They're not dead. Yeah, because they go to 7. We can only deal 5 here. Or I lied. We could deal more than 5. We could do a lot more. Yep. Sack. We'll target this. Sack a treasure. Get black. Auto pay. Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, we'll keep this. We don't have any blue mana. The subscribers are just coming by today. Thank y'all so much. Put this one down, because then we can put this on black. We could play Kalain, then either Galazeth or Skullport. Probably Galazeth first, if we think we can sneak it through, because we'll just get a treasure back for our trouble. Well, both of these make a treasure, actually. Okay, take down. Opponent's bringing the violence early. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and drop a Kalain down. Probably going to get met with an Apparition, because that's how this goes. Oh, a Spellbinder. Okay, that's actually good for the opponent. Good for them. Probably take the Galazeth is what I would do if I was in their shoes. But I'm not in their shoes, so who knows? That being said, I guess if we end up untapping, we play Galazeth, comes in big, makes a treasure. So I don't know. There's a lot of things here. Skullport makes a treasure, so that could be bad for the opponent. You do have to be careful, though, when you play Kalain, is you do have to manually decide how to spend your mana sometimes, or it'll want you, or give you the option. Exactly. See there how it wants to use the treasure, because Kalain's actually going to give you a bonus, which a lot of times would be the correct play, but here we're saving that for a later date. It doesn't really matter to us that much if our creature is an additional +1/+1 here, because that's not really how we're going to try to win this fight, I don't think. The real question we have, though, is I don't even know if I want to play Galazeth or if I want to play Inferno of the star mounts if we're able to get a land. So that's a real thing we have to consider. Master of Flowers, all right, that's going to be annoying.
Aid the underprivileged. They may be a god in disguise.
All right, that won't be attacking.
Learn some humility.
Did that keep it from blocking too? Can't attack or block. Yeah, all right. All right, so we found a land. That's the good news. Now it's what do we do with it? Part of me wants to say just go after the Grandmaster because we can just off it with Inferno of the Star Mounts. Also, if they have an apparition, they're going to be less likely to be able to remove it than they would a Galazeth. So that's what we're going to do. I hate wasting a 8-point attack on a Planeswalker, but this is where we are.
I am happy to step back and listen.
Alright, is the Star Mounts good enough? Alright, they're activating their land. Alright, that's a good sign. That means they don't have much here. Alright, so we'll just take the 8 and we'll go to 6. It's a little risky, but I think it's worth it. That's basically the opponent saying, look, I got nothing, brah, so let's do it. Play us on blue. Now, do we attack and try to race here or not? Because we can get in 9. Actually, we just get in the full 10. No, we'll leave. Well, we still need something to chump block, so we'll probably keep Kalane, the second Kalane back. But we can get in 8, 9, 10. Put the opponent at 8, and then they kind of have to deal with the Inferno next turn. Trying to think, though, if they do get rid of our one blocker, somehow, because they've already shown that they're willing to play Kabira Takedown, we could possibly die if we do that. So I think my plan here is just attack with this and this. Kind of as a rope-a-dope setup. And then we have the option of if we want to sack to draw or whatever, just wait to try to play Galazeth or whatever next turn. If the opponent attacks here, I'm just going to use Kalane to block the Faceless Haven, and then I'll block the Spellbinder with the Inferno of the Star Mounts. Because even then, they only have 3 creatures, so if they deal 3, they still need to come up with another 5 damage to kill the Inferno. Alright, opponent says they don't care. They're going to come get it. I'm not sure what they're doing, but I'm kind of into it. Alright, we're going to block here, block here. I mean, if you can kill my Star Mounts, great. And we'll just let you. Deal 5 damage to a blocking creature or something. Some of those random cards exist, so I don't know. Maybe that's a thing. Apparition. Okay, that's a real question, because you can't get rid of the Star Mounts. I'm going to let that happen, mostly because we can play Galazeth next turn, and I didn't want to put that at risk. Well, it turns out we drew a land anyway, but didn't know that was going to be a thing at the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could get a bigger Galazeth, which I do like that. And then let's do that. We get a treasure back anyway. Attack with the Star Mounts just to present lethal. Our opponent says GG's. I guess we're dead. Oh, I guess they're dead. Okay, we have to keep this. We have to keep this. It's more than functional. Let's see. We have red, white. Let's put this on... I'll put this one on black. They're already foretelling stuff, huh? Alright, put this on blue, and we'll just pass. If we can set up our mana here while the opponent's just over there working on stuff. I mean, I guess I could have played a red land instead in case, but... doesn't seem like the opponent's interested in that type of magic here. So I'm wondering if they're just playing a bunch of, like, poison the cup type stuff. Which would make a lot of sense. And we'll pass. I mean, we're actually going to be getting pretty close to a Tiamat situation. Yeah, I'm pretty certain there's a poison the cup over there. If not, I mean, I guess it could have been like battle mammoths or something. I'm trying to think what else that would be that we even care about. Think here, I'm going to do this and save the treasure. So, I mean, if it's 2 poison the cups, they could target here and then target here. Oh, it's a soul shatter. Alright, well, that's a thing. Sure. That checks. Well, I guess we will Tiamat and then have it die to a soul shatter. Not sure what else is going to happen here. I mean, once we Tiamat, we have mana for everything we want to do after that, so... yeah. Let's reveal a dragon. Let's make that... let's see, we don't have a green one? Alright, here it comes. That's it? That's all we got for an animation on Tiamat? It was just a dragon that flew over. That's it? Oh, man. I don't think I've ever been more disappointed in an animation ever. That's... oh. That's a Travis mockery is what that is. That's crazy. How is that? Oh, my gosh. I don't think I could rail hard enough. Ebon Death can go to the yard, because we might get that back. And, maybe in one of these gold span dragons. It's probably fine. How many do I have to... oh, wait. Oh, I just have to submit 1. So, yeah, just Ebon Death is fine. Man, I was thinking it was going to be like a cool, like... I don't know, something lifting out of the card, or maybe, like... the 5 different poisons or whatever that the heads do, the sprays, like something. I just feel like there was like so many things, and we got nothing. That's so sad. Alright, we're not really worried about Mascot Exhibition. That doesn't really do much here. Play this on red. We're going to go ahead and just play one of the Gold Span Dragons, because if it gets targeted, we can still get off a Deadly Dispute, which would be fine. Yep, see, there's a poison the cup. We knew. Auto pay. We'll sacrifice this. So no scry for you, opponent. How you like them apples? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, if we play Kalane, we get... oh, we couldn't play... that's green. Never mind. Alright, Mascot Exhibition. We don't mind, because we have Mo Dragons. I'm just thinking about how we want to do this, though. Do we want to play the adult? No, we're going to do this. Because it's possible they just have another removal card. We'll generate some more value from our Gold Span Dragon. Okay. We could Ebon Death here. Creature went to the graveyard. Let's do that. That seems fine. This is a pretty good situation, because even if the opponent were to sweep the board or something here, we're just going to follow up with, like, Inferno. Like, an opponent knows we have these. That's the crazy part. Like, so they know if something happens, like, it only ramps up from here. Okay, I'm going to assume they're going to be sweeping the board or some such. If not, that's just a pretty feeble attack. Not that it matters. They can't block our flyers anyway. Yeah, Doomscar, sure. Another Tiamat. We'll wait on that. We'll wait on that. Alright. Opponent's at 11. Alright, Doomscar. Sure. Can we do this and then Dragon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, get in for 5. Put the opponent at 6. So now Lethal's on the board. Turn your graveyard to your hand, and then do what? Still lose? Oh, it's not true. They can search and gain a life, right? Isn't that one of the ones? Or do you... Wait. Oh, they didn't do that. They played Field Trip. Okay, yep, GG's. All right, well, that was as much fun as expected with all the dragons. I will say I kind of had to play a little bit because we had some times where Tiamat was in our hand, but we either didn't get into play or I just didn't need it. So I wanted to at least get one on camera where we actually cast Tiamat and it did its thing. But it actually was worth it. I mean, we actually hit a point like I thought. Like, we cast Tiamat, and then, you know, when you're sitting with, at that point, 6 dragons in our hand, opponent really didn't have any outs. We'd both expended our resources, but, like, every turn I was just going to have a bigger hitter. Even where they Doomscarred on back-to-back turns, it was like, okay, well, here comes another Haste Flyer. Here comes another big creature. And that was just enough to put things away. So that was very cool. Very cool to have that as an option. As for things to replace, like I said, I think I could replace one Orb of Dragonkind maybe with another Deadly, what is it, Deadly Dispute, I think is the card. And maybe try to find room for another Skullport Merchant. Actually, I don't know. I'd rather find room for another Orcus, like, or for an Orcus. So maybe you'll see those in the final list, but I think the Deadly Dispute, for sure, we will be making that change on. But otherwise, we really didn't have that much mana trouble considering how expensive the spells were, and we had treasure almost every turn, so I was very excited about that. So thumbs up to this one. The deck works, and if you want to just go play Tiamat, well, now here's a deck where you can do it. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about possibly a weird one, Mitotic Slime. And you're probably going to look at this card and be like, okay, it's just a kind of big 5 mana ooze, like why is this a thing? Well, honestly, I don't totally know. I just know that I've seen prices going up on a few oozes over the last couple weeks, and I thought I would mention that. And it might be just because we got some extra oozes in this set. And, you know, when you talk about, I think Gelatinous Cube is an ooze. We got the one that comes back, he splits in half and, you know, gets smaller every time it dies. And I think we're reaching the point that maybe oozes are just on the, I don't know, in the general Commander zeitgeist now, and people are looking for them. So granted, this isn't super expensive, but it's one of those things that maybe go check out your oozes, look them up online and see what they're worth. It's possible they could be on people's buy list right now, and if you want to make a few bucks, well, here's a way you can get rid of some cards you probably weren't playing with, and you're not even going to be worried about missing later down the road. So this is kind of like a perfect storm if you're looking to move some cards and get some new product. And don't forget about today's deck list. It will be in the description down below with those updates. And as always, please remember to check out the links if you want to come join me on Facebook Gaming or on Twitch, or even just come by our Discord. That actually, if you come participate in those things, you actually get to have some input on what I will be streaming and what I'll be putting up here on the YouTube channel. So if you also want to get help with your decks, the Discord's a great place to do it, or just swing by the streams. And if you're shopping at TCGPlayer or Amazon, remember to please use the links in the description, because all you got to do is click on those before doing your regular shopping, and I get a small kickback here on the channel, and you'll be helping me out without having to spend anything or do anything you don't already do. And finally, I have to give a heartfelt thank you to all of you that have been subscribing, liking, doing all this stuff, sharing the videos, because some of you have started doing that. That's helped a bunch. All that stuff is really getting our stuff shared more, even according to YouTube. So thank y'all so very much. It helps a lot. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.